Okay, so today's mission, we're taking our new van that we've all bought together. This is the new one. We're going into Ukraine today. Alas, we can't bring any animals out at the moment because they've changed the quarantine laws, but we can take food in. So you can see here the van is loaded up with a lot of supplies, which we are now going to drive over the border to where it's needed to be. Okay, so we managed to get across the border. It was a bit of a painful one. It took us about an hour and a half to get through. Sadly, we've just been told by one of the border guards that there's a lot of animals dying of hunger down near Kyiv because they're just running out of food. We've just got to keep on bringing this stuff in, I suppose. That's all we can do, really. It's a terrible situation. Anyway, our mission today, we've got a van load of food going to a shelter that we have been to before, but we've just got to keep topping them up as much as we can. We're back here again. You've seen this one before. This lady here runs this particular one. Hello. We've got about, there we go. We've got that lot coming out now. The boys are just going to offload it. Let's have a look around here. Some of the doggies. They're sniffing around the new van. This is the van you bought, and this is doing one of its first loads out to Ukraine. And yeah, here we go. Here's the doggies. It's good to know that these sanctuaries are still functioning, even under these arduous conditions. The biggest problem we've got at the moment is that we can't take any animals out for a while, purely because they need to be quarantined before we can actually get them out. But we are working, the foundation itself are working on ways of putting the animals into a sort of a transit centre, really, so they can get their quarantine done, they can be chipped, they can be vaccinated, and then hopefully eventually we'll just have regular runs over to bring the animals out. But the main thing right now is getting the food in. You can see here there's probably a few hundred dogs here, and although we've unloaded possibly maybe a couple of tons of food today, it was only 2-3 weeks ago that we were here with another couple of tons of food. It doesn't last very long, as you can imagine. I have to say, this place is quite big. We're now going round the back, and there's plenty more dogs around here. Oh, look at this one here. He's a friendly chap. Another one here.
Everything they build with their own hands.
Fantastic.
With their own money. It's 300 dogs here now.
300?
300.
Постійно когось віддаємо. Зараз багато приїжджає біженців з Востока, і тварин становиться все більше і більше.
When we, for example, take the dogs from here, on the other foundation, the next ones are coming from the east. Okay. So it's growing and growing and growing amount of the dogs all the time.
How important is it that you get food in?
Це дуже помало.
It's a lot of help with this food because it's here, and also for the animals from east, because they send some to the east, to the war zones as well, and they also can help the people who in the villages who keep a lot of animals, and because they have no food as well, so it helps a lot. They can spread this some amounts, smaller amounts to the, for example, small places where they keep the dogs in the villages around Lviv and the other cities.
Wonderful.
We collect their food for animals and many things for Ukrainian animals, Ukrainian people, and the people from other organizations or private people go there take this food and things and go with this to the Ukraine, to the war zones, and they give us beautiful photos and movies. How we can help and they help.
And this is just Lviv, let alone all the animals that are needing food down at Kyiv and Donbass and places like that. So it's quite critical that we keep the fund alive. It's quite critical that we get as much food in as we possibly can do. But this lady's doing a terrific job under trying circumstances. All I can say from the people watching is thank you very much for doing what you're doing.
Pan mówi, że dziękuję bardzo za to, co pani robi.
Ну, я хочу сказати їм thank you very much, всім людям, які нам допомагають. Так.